Oh, wait a minute, Mr. Postman. Good morning, chaps. Welcome back to Maverick Baking and welcome to this month's Degustabox unboxing. If you're new to my channel or if you are just new to the Degustabox, this is basically a surprise subscription box full of every single type of food you could imagine. It gets delivered to my door once a month. I have no idea what is inside it. I just know that at least most of it is edible. And yeah, time to unbox it. If you want to check out some of the previous month's boxes, you can do so up here. As always, we are greeted with a sheet of paper that tells us everything that is inside our box, if you'd like to know, and usually a recipe or whatever. How rude. Oh, wait a minute, Mr. Postman. As I was saying, so inside every month's Degustabox, we get this sheet of paper that tells us everything we need to know about what is inside our box, but I like to keep it a surprise, so goodbye. First of all, in this month's box, we have some Trek Cocoa Peanut Peak Protein Energy Chunks. That is a lot of words, my friends. So we have a bag full of protein bites. So these are high protein fruit, peanut, oat and crunch chunks. I'm no expert in protein products, but it looks decent. So it's one of your 5 a day, it's vegan, it's gluten and dairy free. Shall we try it? Okay, so they smell very datey. If you've ever had kind of like naked bars or any little energy bites made with dates, you probably already know what these taste like. So these are tiny little chunks like that. They're soft and chewy, but they have little crunchy bits in them. And they taste of chocolate and peanut. You get that kind of usual sticky date flavor too, but I quite like that. Pretty good. Okay, so we also have a second bag of these Trek energy chunks. These are Toffee Triumph. So yeah, basically by the look of it, these will just be the same thing, but without the cocoa and peanut flavor, because dates do taste a bit toffee-like. Gonna save them for another time though. But generally, texture, pretty good. Quite happy to receive those. Second product in our box this month, we have a bottle of Lucozade. Fairly kind of non-exciting. I won't taste this one because I know exactly what it tastes like. If you're outside the UK or you've just never tasted Lucozade, it's basically a fizzy orange energy drink that people, you know, use as they would other energy drinks. People also use it for medicinal purposes, but weird. Moving on, we have a few other drinks in here. We also have this Juicy Fuel Cola. So this is a cherry cola fruit juice drink. This is fizzy water, fruit juice from concentrate, and it's apparently one of my 5 a day. And we also have another one of these in a blueberry flavor. So these look pretty cool. Again, I probably don't want to open these just now just because they're fizzy. I'll probably open these at a later time, but these sound pretty cool. You know, no artificial colors, no artificial sweeteners, flavors, preservatives. It basically just seems to be fizzy fruit juice with cola in it. I don't know. It's exciting though. Next, we have something that looks like a cooking ingredient. We have these Solo Pomodoro Muti Polpa chopped tomatoes. So this is the kind of thing you would make pasta sauces with, or pizza sauces with, you know, various other things that you would use tinned tomatoes for. But I think these must be genuinely Italian. Yes, produced in Italy, so that's pretty cool. So they're likely to taste pretty good. Happy to receive these. Oh, I see some sweets. We've got some Haribo Giant Straws. I don't know why I'm shaking it because they're not making any noise. Basically, these are just your typical giant strawberry sweets. Again, I've been eating these for years. I'm not super big on my sweets, but I do like them from time to time. These are basically pretty firm, chewy strawberry sweets. Can't complain, though Sean will probably eat them all before I get there. We have lots of kind of snacky foods this month. And here we also have this Nix's Kex Bar. Nix Kex Bar. So this is a delicious chocolate wafer, no added sugar. Join our fight on sugar. They're one of those companies. So that is what it looks like. Let's just investigate this because I want to know what we're talking about here. So inside, woo, it's broken and I have wafer all over me. Fantastic. So inside, basically, looks kind of like this. Like a sugar-free wafer. Really? It's nice and crunchy, got a creamy kind of filling. The wafer's also gluten-free, which is kind of cool. So as usual, because it's sugar-free, it's just full of artificial sweeteners. It just kind of tastes like any other kind of chocolate wafer, which is never as good as a Kit Kat, but pretty much the same as every other chocolate wafer. So, meh, I'll be happy to finish it, but I don't think I'd buy this again. I do like their packaging though. Next up, we have another kind of snack food. We have these Leo Bites. These are strawberry and banana smoothie bites. So they are freeze-dried or just dried or baked fruit crisps. We've had a few of these in the Degustabox before, or these kind of products. They're fine. I'd probably rather just have whole fruit. So I probably will eat these. I've had dried strawberry and dried banana quite a lot. They're very sweet, they're very crunchy. Meh. We have another kind of dried fruit looking product in here, or dried vegetable looking product. We have these full of beans protein mixes and smoking edamame mixes from the Food Doctor. So these are basically a mix of roasted and dried, I think, beans, peas, and corn kernels. So I've had a few of this type of thing from Gray's Box snacks before. They're never particularly exciting, but okay, very crunchy. I don't know if you can see the inside there. Just a whole load of those kind of roasted beans and corn kernels. You know what? They're actually not bad. These are kind of good when you want a savoury snack that isn't necessarily crisps. I'll eat them. Next up, we have some... Why is everything healthy this month? Next up, we have these Mindful Bites nut butter with cashew nuts and baobab. I don't know how you say that word, but there it is. So this is basically a package of cashew butter that wants me to massage it tenderly and open it slowly. Honey, I've got a boyfriend. Basically made of ground cashews, ground almonds, and your baobab powder, whatever that is, whatever it does, whatever it tastes like, I don't really know. I like cashew butter, hate the packaging. It looks almost clinical, but... Oh, girl! Right, next up we have something I am genuinely excited about, or excited to try at least. The brand new Milkybar Wowsomes bar. So these have been all over the news and stuff, and all over kind of retail sites, because these are made with 30% less sugar, which is a big deal for a mainstream chocolate company. So this is a milk and white chocolate with crispy oat cereal in a creamy tasting center. I'm not going to taste this for you now because this I'm going to do a separate video on, so keep an eye out for that very soon. But I am pretty excited to receive this, though it is absolutely tiny. Like, this is 18 grams of chocolate. No wonder it's 30% less sugar. There's nothing here. Anyway, stay tuned for that. Next up, we have Idahoan Perfect Mash in roasted garlic flavor. So this is essentially posh Smash, if you remember Smash. So this is powdered potato that you just add water to get an instant mashed potato. I'll try it. It's obviously not just now because it's like 9 AM, and I think even for me, mashed potato at 9 AM would be a bit weird. Anyway, it's different. Next up, we have a very large bottle of this A2 milk. So I've heard of A2 milk. So this is long life or UHT milk that I believe is either really low or completely lactose free. So this is pretty cool. I've never tried it. I don't really have many problems digesting dairy because I've always eaten it. But I'm sure this will get used. I've just noticed at the bottom of the box that we've also been given the white chocolate Milkybar Wowsomes. So to kind of counteract all the weird healthy protein stuff we have in here, I've got a double dose of, oh no, it's still sugar-free, isn't it? It's still chocolate. And finally, in here, we have what I think might be a drink. Okay, no, unless we're drinking pasta sauce, that's not a drink. So this is also from the the Muti brand. Muti, I'm not sure. This is passata. So just tomato passata, which we also had in the last box. Or we had some kind of pasta sauce. So yes, this is just saved tomatoes that you would use for cooking anything that you want tomato sauce in, really. Don't know why I'm shaking it. So that's it for this month's box. And I must say, I think this is probably the most disappointing box in a while. This one's been very, very health conscious, which like is fine, but it's not my favorite. So yeah, I've had better boxes. If you'd like to see some examples of better boxes, again, I will have a link up to some previous Degustaboxes up here. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I'm doing stuff like this along with recipes and food reviews all the time. Huge shout out again to all my Patreon supporters. You guys are the best. Thank you guys as always for watching, and I will see you again very soon.